Another shot here from the 2 as they come up on 3rd and goal. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Flushed out right. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. And Detroit getting set to go now. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he's got room. And nothing but daylight ahead. 30. And finally he's taken down at the 18. A big run there by Johnson. 78 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing is Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They were looking for Johnson that time. And it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. Stafford on 1st down. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Once more, he was trying to get it to Kenny Galladay. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Lady! Stop your whining.
They give it to Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Here's Stafford. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. On first down, it's Johnson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Stafford. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game. Prater for the extra point. And that'll make our score 14-7. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
He's chucking, he's chucking. 70!
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker.
At the 48-yard line.
Quick dance. Come. Omaha, ready to move. 32. 41 Mike. It's coming this way. Here we go. Hey. Big 20. 41 Mike. Let's go, baby.
Here's Stafford. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Once more, he was trying to get it to Kenny Golladay, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. He'll get this one to Golladay. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 18. They begin the drive with Johnson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now on 2nd and 13. Stafford flush to his right. To the right and complete to Golladay. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
But there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Caught on the right side by Jones. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Stafford will stay out there. He'll lead his guys up to go for it on 4th down.
42. 40, my small. Go, go, go. Check, check.
They are going to go for it. It's Stafford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drive. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He finds Roberts, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through, picking up the first. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
The Ravens on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And he's got Snead. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed. Ingram churning. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Following the fumble recovery, Stafford. Caught by Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Stafford now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. On the toss, here's Johnson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now on 2nd and 16, Stafford. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Check. 6-6. Pull it high.
To throw is Stafford. Jones hit and the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. From the 41, Jackson. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Jarrett Davis charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. John Harbaugh going to roll the dice. They're going for it on 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 38. Back to throw, Stafford. He completes it to Jones. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
They'll run on 1st down. Ingram. Well, I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Jackson, option right. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Jackson forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Lions will take over. So certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
Come on, QB, come on.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Recon, 132 fighter.
On 1st down, it's Johnson. The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle. Stafford. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Stafford now to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Give me radar. Hey, dude.
They snap it to Stafford. He's going to let it fly. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
The receivers have been running them ragged. Maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to him, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
A very important extra point there, up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now is Jackson. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Hey, X3, 218, chop it.
Johnson on the counter. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. First throw in overtime for Stanford. Throwing deep for Galladay. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. A costly mistake here at OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Now what can Jackson do here at overtime? Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're...
And he is in for the score! And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it. 4 quarters with you in this one. I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll do it for my